Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't done so, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the little bell, get the notifications. But we're getting close. Just got the gearboxes in the back greased up, thanks to Silage Kings, which has got me that. Well, that's where I found it on Facebook. I was able to figure out a seal on this. It's rather challenging. Global, they said they could get it to me. It would take a while. It was a Deere part number. It's an obsolete part number from Deere now. Sonova Implement in Ontario. Some guys said hit them up. Great guys. They had one. He said, here's the measurements, you could source it locally. So I was able to overnight some from Vermont. So I got 4 of them now. But that will get finished up. We'll get everything hooked up. We got to put the kernel processor in this today. Lift cylinders, we've gone over how they're leaking. I got seal kits. So we're going to pull out 1 cylinder at a time and put the seal kits in them. So, got 2 of everything, do both sides. The shop really is a mess. Got the end pieces, some seals. So here's what those look like. That slides in this groove and holds it in. That's what holds them in. So we'll get this rebuilt. So there's 2 seals inside, 2 seals there, the ring that goes around the back that holds it all from coming apart. So we'll just slide in and switch these seals and then put it back together, then do the other side. Got the 2 inners out. Camera did die there, so there's the new inners, or the new inner one. Got it on there, a little bit of muscle. Some swear words, so y'all missed out on it. Definitely not the right tool, but we're gaining. There we go. Now we're in there. So at this point, just got to put that little hook back into the groove. Wherever there's a hole without dropping it everywhere. So we'll spin it around a little bit until I see the hole. I guess we're not tight on the jack yet, or on the vise yet. Sorry about that. There. So there's a little hole that's in this side of it. When you put that in, it drops right in. Might have to tap it, but we'll see. And then you spin it around. Yeah, we're gonna have to tap it in a little bit. Probably should clean it out. Oh no, there we go. And then as you spin it around, it locks itself in, and that's what holds it. Got the seals in, got the head all working, functioning. As of right now, I can't really see all down in there, but it's not puddling like it was before after like a minute, so we're better off. So cutter housing is going to come out. Then we're going to slide the kernel processor in. So I got some shields off. Kevin's on his way over. He's going to give me a hand with that and probably get the steer tire on the Mac. And then if we get this all done, maybe we'll go chop a little bit just to have an idea. So, but I know some of you are asking how this comes apart and whatnot. So I'll explain it here. You got 2 bolts, one on each side. That goes up, that's where it pivots. So when you drop that, basically other than the pistons holding it, the head could come right out. So you gotta unhook the controls for the gearbox, the metal alert. You gotta take this belt off. Well, you slide it by, which if 2 people, you pull the tensioner back. This belt's actually loose enough because it engages. So you slide that over the side, you take off the sharpener, hydraulics. We come in, pick it up with the forks, put a board in front of it so you don't smash anything, chain it, and you pull it out. It's really not that hard once you figure it out. You should build a stand. I see a lot of people with newer choppers, they have stands to take them apart. But yeah, that's where we're at. And I was looking at this, I thought that was a crack. It's not. And I think that's okay there. So I might be okay on this one still. I thought about welding it. But I think that's all nice. That does have a hole in it. We tried pulling that last year, had no luck. I do have a whole nother cutter housing, so if something happens, all you gotta do is switch this gearbox off to it, and then away it would go. So I'm gonna start taking this apart, then I gotta get it backed up. And when Kevin gets here, he's bringing me lunch. So this is actually what blew up on me at the beginning of the year, or in second cut. Second cut, first cut. Yeah. So this is the gearbox. This is what actually tells it to go forward and reverse. So there's a piston in there, or a neutral. There's speed range and everything else like that. Then it's got the drive that goes to the header unit, which goes on to that. So it's not too complicated. It's just expensive, and everything's expensive with the self-propelled chopper. So hoping this one lasts me a lot longer. Had half the hours of the other one. Yeah, and it doesn't leak. The other one leaked right there and it bothered me, and the shaft had issues. So we're in a better boat here, but get that off. So I'll take that bolt off. This pops right off. You swing it up out of the way, and then yeah, pretty much good. So this used to have a pin that went through on push and pull. The new chopper, they had an issue and they just put a bolt through. So I did that with this one too, because that pin never seemed to last. So as you see right there, that's got a little cylinder inside that moves it back and forth. Here's something that sounds cool over there. But this is also where your metal alert, the paw comes in. If it senses it, it sends a signal, tells it to stop right away. So last video there where the rake tooth was, or a few videos back, where the rake tooth was having issue, or we found one, that's what actually engaged. So this roller here has a magnet. When it senses that, it trips this, locks the parking paw, so it stops everything from spinning. So that is how that works. I'm as far as I can go by myself. So this is where, oh wait, no, I still gotta take this off. My mistake. So the engagement for everything to drive that cylinder right in here that gets popped off, just sit over there. It does sit low, so maybe I'll do that. It's just that little clip comes off. I don't have the sensor, the engagement, because I can't seem to keep them happy as far as always running that sensor, so they're just jumped across, which really, I'm sure for a safety standpoint it's not the best thing, but it works. I was tired of having to get out and fix it in the middle of the chopping, so we'll go in here. So this is our old barn. We got some straw, Mr. Greg Lloyd himself. Ethan got us grass, big bales that got put on a load. Here's the kernel processor. It doesn't even look like I cleaned it. Oh, it's just dust. We'll blow it off. I was gonna say, I remember cleaning this last fall. So we'll get this pulled out. This, and there's the plate there goes with it. So we switched, those are the two things that get switched out. The piping in between gets taken out. That gets put in, 2 bolts, slides right in. Newer ones, for people who don't know, they can come out the back. These, you got to bring them out the front. So that's the pain. That was part of why they sold it. The previous owner sold it because they did not enjoy taking it in and out. But with that being said, I really don't mind it. If I had 2 people, it would already be in. So it's just the second person. A new one, you can do it real easy by yourself. So, but what kernel processor does is actually crushes and breaks the kernels that go through so the cows can fully digest it. Since if you don't have that, you'll see a lot more kernels in the cow manure. It's the same aspect as a human, for a reference there. So, but that, nutritionists have said that should gain you a pound of milk a cow a day. So you start adding that up, and it's quite a bit of money over the year. So I figured that was 5-6 grand, just by having that. So that alone is awesome. They're expensive to maintain. That one I was lucky. They put new rollers, new bearings, like 500 acres before I got it. So everything on that's mint. But we'll run in there with the skid steer, pick it up, bring it out. Once we get this out, slide it in. We'll take this off with the wheel loader. There we go. Got Kevin, got belts off. Get everything unhooked. We just gotta chain this, drop the pins, drop the bolts, and be good. Jump out and just send this around. GoPro. So cutter housing's out. We're gonna take out what we need here. So this piece comes out. I'm gonna clean that up. The belt for the KP goes on after. We'll just clean things up. Oh, hey, Kev, I need you in here. So we're gonna pick this up and slide that in there. Now he's got it. Pick that up, slide that. Oh, actually I gotta pull it out and I gotta figure out what the dimensions are, because I opened it up when I cleaned it. So we gotta put the rollers back to the right size. Kep. He's having a struggle today. Go down. Go down, go down. Yep, back right out, you're good. Hey. So this sits down on the rails. It gets pushed back into place. But when you're at the beginning, you put the cutter house, the chute in the back in, and they'll push it back in. So, got the kernel processor in. We gotta loosen this up and put that belt on. Got the kernel processor in. The belt's on. Yep. Go down. Good, back right out. There we have it, it's in. Got some things to hook back up, but not bad. Well, it's hooked up here. Everything's in there. My plan is to test run this, make sure everything's actually working. It's doing its thing, and then I'm gonna actually wash the chopper. I got some things on the chopper that I want to tinker with, but I just want to make sure, since like I keep forgetting, I gotta order that pin that holds the leg up. That's one thing that I gotta do. But yeah, hopefully I can test run this. I gotta pull it up on a hill, put oil in the gearboxes, make sure they're good. I'm sure the one that had broken bolts, which if you haven't watched that video, it's the one prior to this, part one. I'm sure there's no oil in that one, so. Easiest way to do gearbox oil when you're pretty much at your own height. So got these skid plates off because now you can really see these are the broken bolts. So doing the gearbox oils, did the back ones already, and then well, I got some wipers and stuff like that that don't look that great. So I don't really know what I'm doing as far as running a Kemper head. So this is learning as I go. So if any of you want to tell me better ways of doing stuff, or whatnot, let me know. Well, gearbox is checked. Put the skid plates back on. This one does have some wear here, so we'll see how this head goes. Maybe we'll give it a bunch of love. But we'll see. It wasn't run gentle, but nothing I own ever has been run gentle. I guess the white truck's pretty good, so. But we're gonna go give it a test run. Definitely some more weight on the front when it's like this, so we're gonna go run a little strip, see how it chops. Got my father behind me. Well, we're running. Don't mind this corn. Had a lot of weed pressure right on the edge. Didn't get much manure. Yeah. Well, trial run went pretty good. Got more weed pressure than I'd like. Just the year it's been. So, head actually ran pretty well. Corn's a little green. Then you get into some spots that aren't so green. It's going to be tough. Challenge on that side of it, but kind of got all my help lined up for Friday, so I don't know. Really should see what the moisture is on it. So, but decent stuff. Ears are nowhere near what they are other years, but still a decent ear. Yeah, there's some decent ones in here. So, lack of rain really makes it hard, but appreciate everybody watching. I just hit 500 subscribers. Really appreciate that. So I appreciate the support. Tell a friend, share it. Goal of getting to 1,000 is really where I started about a year ago. Gonna have a ton of corn content, so we're still gonna have a part 3 probably of getting stuff ready and going over what I've been doing. But thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend. Have a good one.